Here, this is part two of Cargo's music rant, and we were just talking about rap. What I don't understand are the elitists who hate on all rap. If you don't like rap, that's fine. There are a lot of good reasons to not like it. Like how I said, all of it sounds the same. But to call all of it garbage, you need to get a life. Some of it has a right to legitimately be called music. Not all of it sounds processed to the point that it really can no longer be called music. In general, metal has the most elitist fans. So when anyone says anything and has an opinion, they will be verbally beaten down by these people for no good reason. And here's the thing. Metal is a genre that allows for the most independency, in my opinion. What I mean by that is that you're supposed to be allowed to like a band without being attacked for it. I think the elitists are mad with casual metal fans or newbies because of their lack of knowledge and experience. And that alone is still hard to understand why. Are those really good reasons to put these people off and insult their intelligence? What's worse is when they press their opinions on you because somehow they think their version of metal is better and you have bad taste in it. One thing I don't understand about metal is the supposed dress code standard. You are apparently supposed to dress a certain way, or you're not a metal fan. Yes, a lot of metal fans dress a certain way, but to make it a standard is stupid. The one thing I might agree to is when you go to a concert, wear a metal shirt. But what's the problem if I want to look nice? As long as I don't look too dorky, why the fuck not? You don't need to dress a certain way to be metal. Why do you need to dress a certain way to like, listen to, or go to a concert for any genre of music? Dress should not matter when it comes to music. Though if you're wearing a shirt promoting a band or genre that you never listen to, then that's kind of weird. Why is it that the fans of certain metal bands or genres are attacked so much? I think I have the answer. It's something Lotusama touched on in her rant. Rabid fanboyism. Which is funny, because the elitists are nothing more than fanboys themselves. Rabid fanboys of anything will make people who don't understand it look at that person and say, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Seriously, there is nothing outside of these people's opinions, and they exist in their own little world where everything they think is right. I will say that rabid fans of certain bands or genres kind of deserve to be told that their stuff sucks and that they have bad taste in music. But what I hate, and this is mostly in metal, is how a genuine fan that isn't rabid is attacked by the fucking elitists. If you are a fan of any genre of music, you don't deserve to be attacked for it. People are entitled to like what they like. What do you elitists get out of attacking people's personal tastes? Are you so fucking self-important that you have to validate what you like and don't like over everyone else, as if your opinions and taste are better than everyone else's? Get a fucking grip. You need to seriously reevaluate yourself and try to think of the real reasons why you like your stuff so much and hate on everything else. You need to discover genres outside of metal to like, or other hobbies and things that you like outside of music in general. You're obsessing over this way too much. You know what? I obsess over music too, due to it being my favorite thing in the world, but I know when to stop. I know that it's not cool to attack someone else's personal choices. When I do this and say, "Your music sucks," or whatever, I don't say it seriously, and I'm just joking around and giving people a hard time. I mostly do this with my friends and not to someone I don't know very well. And there is some music out there that when I find fans of it, I may say they have questionable tastes. But if they like it for the right reasons, I leave them alone. But when people praise certain music as the greatest thing ever, you need to calm the fuck down. You're driving everyone else up the fucking wall. Off the fan base issue, and to other subjects about music and metal. About metalcore. I agree the metal scene is getting polluted with too many metalcore bands. One record company in particular is doing the most to exacerbate this. Victory Records. I will say it here and now. I think Victory Records are bullshit. They keep signing bands that have limited talent, can't do proper metal screams, and the lyrical subject matter generally falls into 3 to 4 predictable categories. They're also signing a lot of band emo and hardcore bands. They also rip off the people they sign and force the bands to change their sound. Why do you think Hatebreed left? On a side note, I don't like Hatebreed, but they're an okay band. There are definitely worse hardcore bands than them. I fucking hate Victory Records and wish that something would happen to make them disappear. Here's a metal band that I also have problems with. Metallica. I also mentioned Limp Bizkit earlier. I hate how Metallica is praised as being the best thrash band of all time, when there are clearly better bands. And a lot of this rant, I've stated opinion, but right now I want to get some facts straight. Metallica are not the first thrash metal band, and they didn't invent it. This has been claimed way too many times. Venom were the inventors. And no, Venom did not invent black metal, although black metal is heavily based in thrash. They just happened to create the term by having an album called black metal. Black metal was invented by Sweden, by Celtic Frost and Bathory. Metallica is another band where the fans of it are divided. Some like all of their work, and that's fine. But then there are those that say the first 4 albums are the only good ones and the rest suck. Okay, they are definitely not the same band after the Black Album, but that doesn't mean the music is absolutely horrible. There are still people who claim to this day that the Black Album is blasphemy. But, you know what, I think it still has enough of the signature Metallica sound to count. I do admire Metallica's desire to go where they want with the music, but I have to argue about them calling themselves Metallica when their Load and Reload albums sound more like hard rock or alternative. Why they moved away from a more metallic or thrash sound, I'll never understand. Saint Anger was the most god-awful attempt to go back to a thrash sound. Lars sounds like he's beating on garbage cans, and Hetfield did all the vocals in one take. Bad idea. But if they are going for the thrash sound again, there is one big thing missing. No solos! All the songs are too long and drag on with no solos, which just makes them monotonous. If you like here's the thing. If you like Saint Anger or the Load Reload albums, that's fine. I just don't get it. But to call it Metallica or even metal? I hate to use a cliche here, but what are you smoking? And can I have some? It's far from what the Metallica sound used to be. They're going somewhere and in a direction I don't think anyone can understand or expect or even accept for that matter. Are Metallica sellouts, as a lot of people say? The only thing that I can really point to say yes is their pursuit of Napster. I can understand why they did it. Someone managed to leak a song of theirs before it even got on the radio. But they should have went after the leak instead, not go after people who are just sharing songs with each other with no intent to sell. Stay tuned for part 3.